Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video.
We finally did it, boys. First woman to go to jail for false accusations against a man for SA. If you didn't know, Lil Durk's homeboy was messing around with this woman called FTM Bae. Because they broke up, she decided to go on internet and claim that he did unspeakable things to her son. Doctors deemed that that was false, and therapists said that the child was lying or being coached by the mom. The mom later came out and admitted this, and she messed up by doing that because he then countersued her for $11 million. She then tried to backtrack in court and even lie under oath, and that backfired against her. Now she was sent to jail and he is awarded $11 million. If you guys remember the Shade Room, all those girls and all over the internet were saying that he did it and wanted him in jail. This should be proof to you men out there that there is a way and there is a will to put somebody in jail for false accusations about SA. I'm happy that he won.
The scary world we live in for men. You don't see stories like this come up often. A guy's whole life can fall apart just through accusations, and 9 times out of 10, it's not going to go in the guy's favour, unless you got a hell of a lot of money and good lawyers. But I'm glad she was exposed, and I'm glad she was dealt with. Be careful out there, guys. These women are out there, they're in numbers. Be careful who you associate yourself with.
Is this your man right here?
It is, yeah.
Let's say your man wanted you to change outfits coming to Countdown. What would you tell him?
No, because I could dress however I want, and he shouldn't be ashamed of it. And if anything, he should be, damn, that's my girl. She looks so good. Like, I know she looks good.
What if he asked you nicely, like, baby, can you please change? I would really like it if you change.
I'd be like, baby, no, I'm sorry. I look good, and I want everyone to see.
But isn't he your king that's worth listening to?
Yeah, but I'm also his queen who's worth listening to, and my opinions matter too.
But let's say you had a son and he wanted you to change. What would you tell your son?
Oh, damn. I low-key might have to just change then. I would have to change then, because I don't want him to see how mommy dresses and everything.
So do you listen?
Stop it. Get some help.
This type of guy doesn't chase women, and I'll tell you why. Number one, if he's really this type of guy, he probably don't have an issue with women. That's number one. Number two, when a man is secure and he's confident, and he's good being by himself, I think a lot of people try to fill up the space because they don't like being alone. This type of guy don't struggle with being alone. So he don't need you. He wants you, but he don't need you. And because he doesn't need you, he ain't gonna chase you. Which, to be honest with you, I think is a strength, because you don't want a man that needs someone, who just doesn't like being alone, so they'll take anybody just to fill in the space. That's not the kind of guy you actually want. You want a guy that's okay being alone, because if you're in his space or he wants you around, you know he genuinely wants you around. It's not just to have somebody there or to fill in the blank.
To all the go-getters out there, having a good woman is a great asset you can have in life. You need to have the mentality that you want a good woman, you don't need a good woman. And to all the women who watch my content, your superpower is in your feminine energy. This media Western bullshit is telling women to act masculine, but that's not what guys want. A woman who's indulging her feminine energy and she's reflecting that on you, that's a true superpower they have you can't get from anywhere else in life.
Because how many millionaires do you know?
Several.
Kat?
How many female millionaires do you know?
Personally, none. That doesn't mean I can't be one.
What do you want to do? You want to have a successful family, or do you want to be a boss chick? Because you can't have both. See, this is a modern feminist programming running amok, because what she actually said up front is what her heart truly wants. She truly wants a family. She truly wants to school her children like the natural impulse, but the fear that's been placed into modern women. Fear, scarcity, and lack. Well, what if he does this? What if he does that? When 80% of the time when the divorce is filed, it's a woman filing it. Men aren't leaving relationships. It's you ladies, because you're dual-minded. You're chaotic. You want to be impressive to your friends instead of impressing and doing what you should do with your family and your man. Because these chicks you're talking about, all these boss chicks, I sit around and look at them all day. They're single as fuck, unhappy, and alone.
Kevin Samuels again, just laying down the facts. Women's impulses and instincts to have a family are slowly being drawn out of them. And once they've left their peak value, you'll see them start to complain. No wedding rings, no kids, just an empty house and a bunch of cats. and a complaining video on TikTok.
I'm a woman. So what'd you say?
I said women don't like dudes who got their own, who don't need them. They rather deal with men who are not that intellectually aggressive, who gonna let them say what they want and do what they want. They rather deal with a man like, not saying you like that, but most women out here don't want to deal with a man who gonna say, baby, nah, don't wear that. Nah, baby, don't talk like that. They don't really want to deal with that. They rather deal with a dude who let them say and do whatever they want to do. And they think if a man be a man, he's toxic.
So my question was, do you fuck with a real woman?
Let me answer that question.
And the reason why I asked
I'm
is
listening.
because if you fuck with a real woman, she's going to agree with you. Hey, maybe I shouldn't step outside wearing this,
I respect that,
this
baby.
nasty ass shit.
Let me answer that. This the problem. The real woman is standing too close to the hoes, so we don't know the difference until we start talking to y'all. No, listen. I met a lot of women. It don't mean, I don't care if they from the hood. I don't care if they got two parents. They interests are the same. It's like right now, right? If you see 10 lions coming down the street, are you gonna try to figure out which lion gonna bite your ass or not? You're gonna be like them 10 lions. So unfortunately, the real woman agree with too much shit that these hoes is on.
That's exactly the answer I wanted.
People are so fixated on somebody's past. That was my past. It was
because you're looking at this from a woman's point of view. Like when you think, you're thinking from a woman, not a man. Men care about a woman's past. Women care about a man's future.
And that's why I'm talking that way.
So I'm saying like they might say don't judge, but I'm sorry, your actions say something about who you are. So if I was with a guy that for 10 years was a drug dealer, I'm sorry, it's not a bad thing to say, that might not be a good husband. And so if a guy wants to say, hey, she was a hoe for this many years, like, that's not going to be a good wife. I should go pick the pretty virgin down the street. Like, I think that's fair. I don't think that's judgmental. I just think that's your bed.
Pearl always just hits the nail on the head. And she's completely right. A lot of these women just see it from their perspective. They don't think how a man perceives it. There's a whole list of reasons as to why a woman's past matters. If she's got a high body count, that body count may not matter to her, but it matters to your relationship because that's going to impact how she sees you. And women, the same goes for guys. If he's sat on his ass doing nothing, doesn't take care of himself physically, mentally, financially, he's probably not the best person to devote your love and time to and have kids with that person. Men and women's interests are different.
I mean, I do have certifications at the end of the day, like,
You have what?
but that's besides the point.
You have what at the end of the day?
I have certifications. I have certifications.
What does that mean?
Like for instance, as in aesthetics.
Say that again. You have what?
I have certifications.
Certifications?
Yes.
Certifications?
One of the being
certifications?
Yes, certifications.
Certifications.
Sensational.